evening. My name is Cheryl Owens, and I'm the president of the Iota Gamma Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And we'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight on our last event for our Women's History, Women's Health and Wellness program for this year. Under the leadership, our committee is under the leadership of Wanda Smith and her co-chair, Rachel Robinson. And we are so glad that you joined us tonight. We've got two great presentations from Helanah, I hope I've pronounced that right, Warren and Karen Dawkins. And Mistress of Ceremonies is actually going to be Ebony Middleton. So we'd like to thank all three ladies for joining us tonight and being a part of this program. We hope everybody is ready with their mason jars and their salad dressing and their vegetables. It should be a very interesting program on not another plain salad. We're going to focus on good nutrition and taste. So with that, I'd like to, excuse me, I'd like to turn it over to our Mistress of Ceremony, Ebony, and let her get started with this great program. And thank you for our committee, who this year has done a phenomenal job of planning informative sessions for us according to our international programs, one of which is Women's Health and Wellness. We will be changing direction in July with the new administration in the sorority, but this is the culmination of the last 4 years of our focus on women's health and wellness. So thank you to the committee who've done a phenomenal job, and thank you to our presenters, as I said before, and thank you to all of you on the line who are joining us tonight. With that, I'll turn it over to Ebony.
Thank you, President Cheryl Owens. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's event. We are so pleased to have you here. You could be anywhere, but you've decided to prioritize your wellness, your nutrition, and your well-being. So I am excited for tonight's presenters as well as the presentation, and I want to ensure that I have an opportunity to introduce our first speaker for tonight, Helanah Warren. Helanah Warren is the founder of Wellness Business Academy and serves her community as a wellness success coach with 15 years of experience, helping working professionals find work-life balance, collectively increasing their productivity and quality of life by prioritizing their needs and wants through small lifestyle changes. Licensed and certified in yoga, meditation, plant-based nutrition, massage, and aromatherapy, she has taught 1,500 workshops that have educated hundreds of people on how to regain their health, mental clarity, and peace of mind through building healthy habits. Join her for 30 days of mindfulness and meditation at her website at hellohelanah.com. Her podcast, Wellness at Work, shares exclusive interviews with creatives on how they balance work, life, and home. And Helanah is a mother, daughter, wife, and sister. And we'll be sure to provide those links towards the end of the presentation. But welcome, Helanah, and we'll be sure to get your presentation shared now.
Thank you, Ebony. Thank you all for welcoming me into your fold for this exclusive time together. I don't take it for granted at all. So thank you for choosing to show up today and to be here present with this process. So thank you for being here. As Ebony mentioned, health and wellness is my jam. And we'll be talking today a little bit about nutrition and kind of a different lens. So if you could just give me like a raise of hands, have you ever been in like a nutrition workshop conversation before? Okay. And did you enjoy it? I feel like so many times we have these conversations with, health coaches and folks in the wellness space. It can get a little dry. So please, if you've already glazed over, please unglaze your eyes because we're going to have a really great time tonight. And we're going to talk about nutrition from our point of view, right? For us as Black women, but also from a space of like creativity and consistency, because that tends to be the two major things that I see in my line of work that really stop people from fulfilling their best, living their best, and really getting the benefits of what it means to eat healthy. So we're not just going to talk about like how you should be eating. This is absolutely not one of those chastising workshops where it's like you should be eating better. We all know we probably could be doing a little bit better, but we're going to actually dive into like how we can be doing better and how we can make those healthy choices. And also like what that's connected to, how that will help rejuvenate and refresh ourselves. So let's begin our journey. Before we start, does anybody have any questions that they just want to throw into the chat to kind of ask and make sure that we do cover? I have a whole plan, but I want to be mindful that you may have come to the conversation with a question or a thought. And if you do, please feel free to drop it in the chat, whether it's right now or if it's throughout the workshop. I will definitely make time for Q&A throughout if I see it, and then also at the end. So please feel free to drop your questions in as they come to mind, right? And we can maybe go deeper, or maybe there's a resource that I can share with you. The way that it'll flow is we'll talk a little bit about kind of what it takes to really optimize your nutrition, talk about some of the strategies that I see really effective for a lot of my clients in this process. And then I have a ton of resources for you at the end that I'll be able to share with you, as Ebony mentioned in my deck. Sound good? Okay, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Or just give me an okay. Give me an okay, because I know the emojis get a little funky. Just give me an okay, sounds good in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get started. Just give me at least one okay. Okay, cool. Great. All right, so I'm just going to come right out the gate with it, right? The tips and strategies that it takes for healthy eating. A lot of times being flexible and being present is like the key to making this happen, right? Tell me a little bit in the chat. Do you have like personal kind of health and wellness goals? Just give me a yes in the chat if you do. Yes, I have some personal health and wellness goals that I'm trying to achieve this year. And we know 2022 is not over, so it's not too late just yet, right? And so if you do you know how to do it, right? And some of us might say, yeah, Helanah, I know how to do some of it. I think I know how to do some of it. I know I want to do some of it. But sometimes you really just need those tips to kind of like get your mind right and get you thinking about like what it might take, right? And being successful at it changes. So a lot of times we set our goals and we think about what we want to achieve, and then we look at where we're at, and then we have a big question mark from where we are and where we're trying to get to. Somebody give me an amen in the chat if you can relate if you can relate to that, right? I see someone mentioning discipline. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, right? But at the end of the day, right, you are beautiful, you are dynamic, and you are changing, right? Just like the nature all around us. And so the fact that sometimes your health and wellness is a moving target is totally fine. I just want to set that precedence off the rip, right? It's totally fine that your health and wellness goals and your journey is constantly changing, right? Why? Because you are changing. The world around you is changing. The world inside of you is changing, right? We go through change all the time, right? So to expect us to never change and to always be static, constant, to always be disciplined, to always have the right answer, it's unrealistic, right? Give me a that's me in the chat if you can relate to the fact that sometimes you hold yourself to unrealistic expectations. Give me a that's me in the chat, yes. Unrealistic expectations, or if you find yourself dealing with perfectionism sometimes, right? Like, but if I can't do it just like this, I'm not doing it. Right? I know I can relate to that. And so sometimes we need to have that flexibility. We need to have that presence of mind that we can actually do what we're trying to do and give ourselves the grace and the ease that it takes to go through that. Okay. So a couple tips here to kick you off, right? Many of us have heard about plant-based living and whole foods plant-based lifestyle, right? Some people call it vegan. We're not talking about veganism. We're talking about eating fruits and vegetables. Eating fruits, vegetables, beans, greens, sweet potatoes, right? And removing some of that added salt and sugar and things that we tend to kind of go for to make it more appealing, interesting. So at the very core of it, if we start to swap out some of our salty, sweet snacks for very simple, whole, plant-based foods, right? Apples, oranges, bananas, fruits, raspberries, kiwi, melons, carrots, cucumbers, avocados. I can go on and on and on. That's a great place to start. Okay, so anywhere possible, focus on that. If you find yourself grabbing a granola bar, right? That's a good place to be. But can we go one step further and can we grab an apple? You know what I mean? Thinking about the water and the fiber content inside of our foods, that's what helps keep us full and hydrated. You see how I haven't talked at all about weight loss? But when you eat whole plant-based foods, it can sometimes lead to that, right? Okay. Next, we're talking about, oh, I think we got a little bit of navigation going on. Learning how to build a healthy plate. Okay, so a lot of times, especially around the holidays, we got a holiday coming up here in July and another one in June, and people are gonna be throwing down. The grill is on. How many of you gonna turn up? Give me a grill. Yes, yes to the grill. If you're gonna have the grill on this month, next month, or the month after. If you're gonna grill at any point in the summer, hit me with a grill in the chat, right? Yes, you're gonna be grilling. And what does that mean? You're gonna be drizzling the honey, you're gonna be drizzling the barbecue sauce, you're gonna be making the mac and cheese, you're gonna be making the potato salad, you're gonna be pulling out the potato chips, you're gonna be eating the pickles, you're gonna be pulling out the wine coolers, all of these things, right? Everybody's gonna be ready to have a good time. But guess what? You can still have a good time at the barbecue. Just learn how to build a healthy plate. Okay. Think about your portion sizes, right? Think about the frequency of you eating. Try to focus on not doing the whole social, yes, doing the whole social thing where you just eat 3 different plates over the course of the 3 hours you're there because you're like, I'm gonna get my money's worth because this is free, but I'm eating enough plates to be full the rest of the afternoon, and I'm taking home 2 plates. Just think about how to build that healthy plate, right? Somebody's gonna have a vegetable tray somewhere. Get you some of them carrots and some of them broccoli and them cauliflower and just eat it anyway, okay? Sometimes when you eat before you go to the barbecue, that can help stave off some of those cravings, and then you take it home, you can portion it out better. We often don't pay attention to how much we're eating when we're at the barbecue, right? Thinking about things like that. And then when you're home and you get to control what you're eating, grill you some vegetables, right? Think about all the different kinds of ways that you can use the grill, okay? So thinking about building a healthy plate and balance. It's all about the balance, right? Okay, stocking your fridge and your pantry. So this is really important because guess what happens? When you open the refrigerator and you're like, there's nothing to eat, what do? Somebody tell me in the chat. What's the first thing that you do? I'm ordering out. I'm about to order out. I'm ordering takeout. And then your mind immediately goes to like, well, how can we order takeout? I'm ordering from this, I'm ordering from that, I'm ordering pickup, I'm ordering snack and fast food, all of the case. But when you have a pantry and a fridge full of fruits and vegetables, full of things that you can actually use, eat, that are gonna give you, what do we talk about? Fiber and water, right? Because it keeps you full and hydrated. You're less likely to do that. You're not only going to save money on this plan, right? But you're also going to save your body some of those extra calories that are not going to give you the energy you're looking for. Making room for the fun stuff. Now, I'm not saying don't ever eat takeout because I believe in supporting local businesses, okay? However, you got to keep the balance at play. Try new recipes, right? I mean, there are so many thousands of recipes. Drop in the chat your favorite place to find new recipes. What is the platform that you go to first to find new recipes? When you're online or at home, are you using cookbooks? Are you using Pinterest? Are you using TikTok? Are you using Instagram? Are you, calling your mom, your girlfriend? Are you Googling? You go into the Food Network? You have like old school cookbooks you have in your house, right? Try new recipes. It's a great way to keep the fun in it, okay? And then the last tip on here is obviously making sure that you're eating enough. One of the biggest things that I see is that when folks get going on like, I'm about to get healthy, I'm about to eat, be nourished, I'm about to da-da-da, that word nourished is not in the vocabulary. All I hear is weight loss, right? Focus on being nourished, nourishing your body. Right? It's a whole other way. Even when you say it, you're like, nourish. It like gives you the whole, if you like it, just say it with me in the chat, nourish. You know what I mean? Like it just gives you a whole different vibe, right? So make sure you're eating enough. You will be surprised. Like us as Black folks, we don't have the same needs as a lot of other folks in the world, okay? So we have to make sure that we are nourishing ourselves fully, right? So getting that hydration and getting that fiber. It's the top 2 ways you can do it. So that's that water, whether you put a little lemon or lime in that joint, whether that's you eating your fruits and vegetables, having apple instead of having chips. I'm telling you, it's going to make a difference from your health top to bottom. Okay, Wanda, could you hit the next screen for me, please? Okay, so this is just a little tidbit, little nugget, right? This is in no way a comprehensive. I have an entire library of different food theories. Now, you heard me mention the word vegan. That's one food theory. Pescatarian, Whole Foods 30. Good gracious, there's hundreds of them, right? You can drop all kinds of different food theories that you've heard of in the chat, right? Fasting, so many different ways that people choose to eat, right? So this is another food theory that I think is pretty cool, and you might just want to just check it out, right? If you feel drawn to it, take some time to research it, and check and see like what you learn about food combining. I could literally spend probably like an entire 40-hour course going through the different food theories that are out there, paleo, right? So many different things. And what we learned though is that in this particular one, this is a food theory that's used for a lot of different things, talking about like Chinese medicine, cooking your food, that sort of thing. And it uses the 5 elements, which I like because I'm a very nature girl, and water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. Okay. And essentially it gives you a breakdown of kind of the different ways your body digests food and helps you to balance it. So if you can think about fire, right, that makes you think of burning, right? So that's something that's going to get energy going. But if you think about earth, that's something grounding, something more soothing. So an example of a fire food might be peppers. An example of an earth food might be potatoes. You see what I'm saying? So it helps you get some food combining going. So I'm just dropping this in here to just encourage you to check it out, do some research on the 5 elements eating style. This idea that food is medicine is real. There's a lot of research to support that. And what we understand is that the way that we nourish our bodies, right, it really does make a difference in how we experience health, okay? Wanda, I'm ready for the next slide when you're ready. I think it's a little bit too big though for the screen. And so when we think about that, right, then we get an opportunity to understand that food is medicine. So, when you take care of yourself and you do eat the right foods at the right times with the right food combination for your bio individuality, because what's good for you may not be what's best for me. Okay, let's recognize that. Then we can start to work our way towards optimal health. So when we think about that, it brings up to mind eating mindfully. Okay, hit me in the chat and say, Helanah, I'm guilty if you have done any of the following. I promise I'm not trying to reach out tonight. It's just what's going down. Have you eaten in the car this week? Uh-oh. Have you eaten while standing up this week? Uh-oh. Have you eaten in the kitchen this week? Now, if you haven't eaten in the kitchen and you got a little bar stool, that don't count. But if you eaten while standing in the kitchen, have you eaten in your bedroom? Have you eaten in the living room? Have you not gotten up from your workspace, whether you work from home or you're in an office, to take a lunch break? I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so you may ask, Helanah, but what's wrong with that? I'm on the go, I'm on the move, I got stuff to do, I'm an important person. Sis, that ain't it. And here's why. When you are in motion, guess what your body is doing? It's moving. Well, what do you need your body to do when you're digesting? To be relaxed. When you eat while you're moving around, you eat more. But you're not really paying attention. You're like, oh, let me grab this, let me grab a little snack, let me grab this. Your body's not processing it. Your mind is not processing it. What happens when you sit down to a plate of food? You look at it, you watch it as you eat, you chew, right? Which helps the particles actually get digested. There's a whole science behind this I can get into. Mastication, check it out, right? And what happens is that when you chew your food at least 30 times per bite, I think I caught somebody right there. When you chew your food at least 30 times per bite, I will say it again. At least 30 times per bite, right? It allows the salivatory glands inside of your mouth to release the chemicals it needs to break the food down with enzymes to get it prepared to go down into your digestive tract, all the way into your belly. So that when it gets to your stomach knows what it is, right? It's called chyme. And basically your teeth are designed, mixed with the saliva, to turn the food into this like goop called chyme. And then your body's able to break it down and extract the nutrients. I'm sorry, but I thought that was the reason why we eat, so that our body can utilize the food as nutrients for fuel and stuff. Some of us out here be eating just because it tastes good. So I'm encouraging you. Don't be mad at me. It's just the science of it. Be mad at the researchers, right? Be mad at the beautiful design of your body and how it works. So I'm encouraging you, eat mindfully, slow down, sit down, okay? Relax yourself so that you can eat your food. There's also a visual component. When you see your plate and you see it full, and then you eat, and then you eat, and you see it get smaller, mentally, there's a trigger that happens that's like, and I'm done. It's like a start from finish thing that happens. But when you're moving around and out, you never see a plate full and then get empty. So then you keep eating because your brain is like, oh, we didn't finish yet. But there's a part of that. Encourage your families to sit down and eat together, right? And I know it can be hard and we are very busy, but at least once a day, if not once a week, please, I beg of you, teach your kids to sit at the table and eat with you. Don't let people watch the TV while you're eating, because your mind is then focused on the TV show. It's not focused on how many bites you're eating. Guess what happens when you open the potato chips in front of the TV? You get up from the TV show 30 minutes later and the potato chip bag is empty, right? It's because your brain and your body weren't connected. We live in a world where we are so disconnected from our brains and our bodies. And so we need an opportunity to stay connected and mindfully, one of those opportunities. And if you choose to take it, I think it could be really beneficial for your digestion, especially if you have acid reflux, or if you find yourself bloated often, or if you find yourself lethargic, or if you find yourself constipated. These are symptoms, right, of some of these behaviors. Okay, Wanda, hit me with the next slide, please. All right, tell me it's okay, Helanah, if y'all still with me. Say, I'm still with you. I'm still with you. I didn't lose y'all. All right, Honda, hit me with the next slide, please. Someone said I'm sitting here thinking about my life choices. I tell you one thing, it's all connected. It's all connected. Yes, yes. Okay, Wanda, I'm ready when you are. Thank you so much. All right, so eating for the rainbow. We probably have all heard this before, right? And we know about the different colors of the food and that sort of a thing, but this is a little bit of a scientific breakdown. The different colors of the foods actually correlate to the different nutrients that are available in the foods, antioxidants, right? And all kinds of other stuff that's all up in. I'm not going to get you too caught up in, but they represent a variety of the nutrients there. So when you hear, or when you've told your niece or nephew or your child, you got to eat from the rainbow, let's make sure that we're being responsible and we are the people leading the way, right? A lot of times in our families, we do that as women. We set the table, literally and metaphorically, for what our families eat. And research will show you that sometimes the challenges and the imbalances and the diseases that plague our community are not always just genetic. Sometimes it's the fact that your feet and my feet were sitting underneath the same table. And it was from some of the food choices that we've made over the years, right? And the foods that were passed down to us. So we can be mindful about that, especially when we're trying to make a change. So let's lead by example and let's eat from the rainbow, right? Let's explore the vegetables and fruits together. If you find yourself eating the same thing every week, buying from the same grocery list, it's good to have some staples, but explore a little bit. Get you a piece of star fruit if the kids never had it, right? If they don't like kiwi, just make them try it again, right? If they always like to do, mac and cheese, see if you can add some broccoli in there, or add yourself some chicken or whatever you need to do, right? So options, flexibility, open door, exploring, right? That sort of a thing is going to help us here. So talking about the different colors of the foods, you want to have these represented on your plate throughout the day. You'll see that the traditional, I should have put it in here, but the traditional pyramid, right? I don't know if you remember this from elementary school. At the very bottom, it was like 6 to 11 servings of grains and breads and that sort of thing, right? Well, what we like to do is flip that upside down and say, actually, you need 6 to 11 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. That's how we get those colors in, okay? So breadfruits, antioxidants, blood. That's what I want you to think of, right? Helps with the blood, helps fight heart disease, prostate cancer, macular degeneration, flow, that sort of thing, okay? I'm getting chills as I'm saying it. I'm seeing y'all's comments. Yes, get this in your body. Orange foods. Oh, go back for me. Yes, perfect, thank you. Orange foods, right? Helps with diabetes, boosts immunity. So when you hear orange, I want you to think immunity, okay? Helps fight the free radicals in the body, that sort of a thing. Yellow foods, vitamins, combating cancer, good for the eyes, right? Mangoes, bananas, beneficial for the skin, vitamin A, okay? Now here's the thing, it's not that there's just vitamin A in yellow foods because it's in yellow, orange, green, blue, you know what I'm saying? But different foods do have higher levels of certain of these vitamins that you're going to want to be getting, okay? And I know there's a lot at play going on in the world with farming and things like that, but if you just at least attempt it, you're going to be better off than 50% of the population, right? Green foods, we all know about green foods, gives you life, protects against cardiovascular disease, blood pressure, strokes, abundant in nutrients like vitamin K, magnesium, nitrates, and folates, right? Really helps to keep you vibrant, okay? And then the blue foods and the purple foods, right? Antioxidants helping repair cellular damage. That's on like the inside level. You know what I'm saying? Helping to really bring that out to help your heart and neurological conditions. So I have a whole other presentation that I do on the 11 organ systems of the body, because I feel like a lot of us don't understand how all of our organ systems are connected, and then how they're connected to the food. You know what I mean? So this is just an introduction just to get you thinking, like when you're in the grocery store, let's stay away from the white, let's stay away from the processed. Let's dive deeper into the colors of the rainbow. Even when you buy rice, try yourself some black rice. It's not that bad. It takes a little longer to cook. It's not smushy. It's got more fiber and more water, right? That's what we want to be thinking about, okay? As opposed to from the white potato, go to the sweet potato, go to the purple potato. You know, so there's a lot of different options here. So I won't belabor, but I'll drop a little dime in your bucket and ask you to research this some more and see what you find for yourself. Okay, Wanda, I'm ready for the next one. Excellent. So this is the reminder right here. Be on your own journey. Okay. I know I gave you a lot. A lot of information, a lot of thoughts, a lot of possibilities, but you know, you're on your own journey. These are suggestions, these are ideas, these are, you know, possibilities. This is an opportunity. Someone just said I needed this, you know. Maybe you're here for a reason. Maybe I'm here for a reason. I think we all believe in having a purpose-driven life. Well, these moments are purpose-driven too, right? And so maybe you're in a place today where this information is catching your attention. Maybe you heard it before in a different way, different time, another year, a different place, in a different body. And now is your time to revive your spirit, to take the time to pay attention to what you're eating and how you're eating and why you're eating, right? Let's take a little moment here, just let it all just kind of zhuzh. So some of y'all might be taking notes, some of y'all might be watching the cars drive by you, whatever the case may be, but just take a moment if you're in a safe place, just close your eyes and just let it sink in for just a second, like on a cellular level. This is possible for you. The vibrant health that you seek is possible for you. You can age gracefully. Your body does not have to degenerate. You can be strong. You can use your wisdom. You can change the trajectory of your family's health history. You can change your own health today, okay? It is absolutely not too late. It ain't too late for none of y'all. You know when it's too late? When you're already gone. And guess what? I see you here on the Zoom, so that means it ain't too late. Right now today. Right now today. Hit me with the I can do this in the chat. Now don't just put it if you're not gonna do it though. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay? I can do this. Now look in the chat and see who wrote it in and pick somebody's name in there and say, Cheryl, you can do this. Lakeisha, you can do this. Ebony, you can do this. Sabrina, you can do this. Type it to somebody in the chat and tell them, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Yes. Give them that encouragement so they see their name popped up. You can do this. Yes. Yes. Cynthia, you can do this. Christy, you can do this. Janae, you can do this. Alicia, you can do this. Arlene, you can do this. Solange, you can do this. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Dashia, you can do this. You can do this. Leslie, you can do this. Kim, you can do this. Anan, you can do this. Now hit me with a we can do this. Let's go. 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 Ramp up that energy. Eat the healthy fruits and vegetables. Make different choices. Try something new. Guess what they say? Doing the same thing over and over again gets you what the same results. Guess what that's called? Insanity. Let's go. Today, tonight, right now. Right? It's not too late. All right, Wanda, hit me with the next slide. Got y'all ramped up now. Okay, I dropped some books, I dropped some links. I'm gonna leave all this stuff with Ebony so she can share the slide deck out. I'm perfectly fine with that. Or I can just send the slide out, whatever she wants to do. A couple of book resources for y'all to continue your knowledge building. I am not the one true source of knowledge. We know this to be true, right? I am a human. I am flawed, just like all of us. But guess what? I'm doing better every day. I'm trying harder. I'm making things happen. I'm using my resources. I'm using my support. I'm I'm a lifelong learner. I'm listening. I'm responding. I'm paying attention. Right? So you can too. Okay. So there's a couple books in here. Love, Medicine, and Miracles. I love this book. This is by an incredible doctor who I think you'll also learn to like as well. Voices of the Food Revolution talks about healing your body through your food and how it relates to the world if you're someone who cares about kind of the social aspects of these decisions. Sister Vegan is a great book. Yes, it's about Black women and veganism, but there's some incredible stories about women who've changed their lives by eating more fruits and vegetables, which is what the angle I'm going for you all. The Woman's Comfort book is an incredible book by an incredible author. She's written like 35 plus books on women's nutrition. And then I really like this one, The Yoga of Eating, right? Talking about that nourishment that I mentioned. So if that keyword stuck out to you and you're interested in mindfulness and mindful eating, that might be a good resource for you. All of these are hyperlinked. Get the salt out. I pushed the button there. We be sometimes adding too much salt. So if you're open to see what life, with less salt could look like, that's a great book for you. Gets right to it. By Annie Green's Necessary is an incredible book. It's very short. It's got some recipes in there too, which are great. Written by a Black woman who her and her mother have been able to reverse and change the trajectory of their lives. And her mom's in like her 70s. When I say it's not too late, it's not too late. So it's an incredible book by a Black woman. And Your Body in Balance, The New Science of Food, Hormones, and Health. I put this one on here because a lot of Black women get frustrated when we don't fit the dogma and the stereotypes of our counterparts here up in the world, right? And so the reality is that our hormones do play a role. Our stress does play a role in our choices. All of these things are connected, right? So it might make sense to do that 11 organ systems presentation another time in the future if you guys decide to bring me back. But this is a little intro for you. And then Wanda, can you hit me with the next slide real quick? Thank you. So this is my contact information. If you'd like to stay in contact, I would love to stay in contact with you. I have on my website, if you go to hellohelanah.com, www.hellohelanah.com, there is a self-care starter kit. It's a PDF, you download it, it's very straightforward. You put your email address in there. That's a great way to get you started on the balance part, right? So it's a self-care starter kit, goes along with the nutrition guide, and you'll get access to that. As Ebony mentioned in my intro, I have a podcast called Wellness at Work podcast. I interview all kinds of people. We do seasons where we talk about mental health, mindfulness, we talk about entertainment, we talk about women's wellness. I have a motherhood series I did in April. Just great listening. If you want to, check it out and connect with me, that would be beautiful. And then extra special is I also am an executive director of a nonprofit, and we have a women's wellness retreat that we do every single year. We have an online community, we do digital and virtual events, but we do an in-person, love up on you, hug up on you, eat healthy, get out in nature, be among sisterhood wellness retreat that we do. And so the link to the information for this year's retreat, you can find it. The retreat is called Nine Retreat, like Nine retreat. So if you just type in nineretreat.com, you'll be able to see everything going on. The retreat's going to be in September of this year. We do a different place, different location, different everything every year. Usually about 100 plus women come out and spend 3-4 days with us. It's an all-inclusive price, covers everything. You just have to get yourself there. And it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. This year's topic is women's wellness and mental health. So we bring in some incredible experts to come in. It's filled with workshops, space to also reflect. You meet incredible professional women just like you who are wanting to grow and develop themselves personally. And it's an incredible breakaway from the norm. So I wanted to pull up really quick. Wanda, am I able to share screen or? If not, what I can do is just drop it for you right here, and then that way you can do it if you want. I just wanted to show you the site real quick.
I can allow you to do that if need be.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. And then once you do, it will, I'll do it real fast. Okay, perfect. I see it came through. Okay. So this is the website right here to our retreat that's going on this year. Perfect. And you can see a little bit about the work here. Where we're going to be is in North Carolina this year. These are a lot of the pillars that we cover. So I just really passionate about this. And it's a great place to connect the dots there. So make sure that you'll have this. Just go through all the details. And the video I was trying to show you should have popped up right here. But, oh wait, let me try this one. Yeah, I don't know if it's working. Either way, you all will get a chance to check it out. So I really truly hope that you will. And in the meantime and in between time, I will send Ebony a little survey that you can take where you can just share your feedback and thoughts about today's workshop. I was like, it was a hit 'em and quit 'em today. We're gonna get it in and get it done. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Helanah. Can we give it up for Helanah, whether it's an emoji or physical hand clap? Thank you for the beautiful message that you shared. It seemed to really uplift this space. And I just wanted to personally thank you as a friend and a co-worker for the space that you create for women and for people to live like their best lives and to show themselves at the highest caliber. So thank you for that. So gracious for your attendance tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I have a question. This is Cheryl. My chat is not working, so I couldn't put it in there. But what about people like myself who are not trying to lose weight, but trying to gain weight in terms of finding my perfect lifestyle? What do you suggest for that?
Is that okay if I take a minute for Q&A? Am I gonna push you guys past? Okay.
You have time, 5 minutes.
Okay, great. So Ms. Cheryl, there's some conflicting ideas out there about this. So I'm going to share you both sides of the fence, and you tell me kind of what resonates with you just a little bit. So on the one hand, right, we know that our body genetically is designed to bear our organs, right? Our head's usually about 13 pounds. Our heart has a weight, our gut has a weight. Our bones carry mass, our blood, our lymphatic system, right? Our skin all have actual physical weight. That's what makes up our body, right? And so on the one hand, there are some different folks out in the fitness space who have figured out how to help folks gain weight, who are like, oh, I just feel like I'm too skinny. I just want to gain weight. I feel like I'm not at a good weight. Some people have various health conditions that require them to maintain a lower weight, right? And it just is what it is. It sounds like you could be more in a situation where your natural body weight is lower than maybe what you'd like it to be. I would not consider it comparing yourself to industry standards by any means. So hopefully this is a personal preference, right? So the flip side of that conversation is that your divine design, based off of those genetics and the spiritual aspect of it, if you're in that mindset, is only designed to carry but such a weight, right? So I'll give you an example. I had a client once who was like a bodybuilder, weightlifter, right? Chronically focused on gaining more mass, gaining more muscle, okay? 20 years after his career is when he came to me. And his heart was so taxed because when you increase your body weight past the like literal capacity of what your heart could pump your blood towards, it's taxing on your organs. So for some of us, and maybe you can relate to this, is that there is a natural body weight that your body will settle at. And depending on what your reasoning is for gaining weight, it may or may not be recommended for the overall health of what? Your organs. And so we have to think about our intentions for whatever direction we're going on the scale, right? Because I mean, the scale itself, I'm not really a big fan of it personally, but I think that to your question, just being mindful of the long-term effects of the choices that we make, whether it's gaining weight or losing weight, however we want to look at that, we want to think about functionality. And so remembering that our blood and our heart as the ecosystem of that, if you can think of like a metro system, it's the hub, it's the HQ, right? It pumps the blood out through our veins all the way to every part of our body. If there's too much in the way, it can't get there. You know what I mean? So if your body's settling at a natural weight, I actually encourage you to roll with that, right? And to optimize as opposed to focusing on going up or going down. I don't know if that's resonating with you at all, or if that helps.
Oh, that's helpful. I just, like I said, it's the older I get, it's kind of like it's falling, but you know.
Yeah, and it might because there's a number of other things going on hormonally, right, that affects that. I know a lot of Black women sometimes have thyroid challenges. My grandmother did, you know, so making sure that you're checking in with your primary care and you're making sure that you're in a good place and there aren't any health ailments that are affecting that weight loss or gain or how have you. But that's a natural attrition. And you're actually becoming leaner in your mind and in your body. I see it as an asset, right? In its most optimal state. It's an opportunity for you to kind of access something you couldn't get when you were carrying things from the past.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions before we close the Q&A that I can answer? These comments are getting me, y'all.
And if not, we'll be sure to share Helanah's contact information and her social handles for you all to remain in contact and or support any of the events and programming that she has in the future. And hopefully we'll be able to have Ms. Helanah Warren back for future programming.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. I got to go pick up my son, so I'm going to head out now. But much love to all of you. And you're doing a good thing by being here. So, you know, enjoy your salads and have a great time. Thank you so much, Ebony, for inviting me. I'll see you all soon.
Of course. Of course. Whew. What a treat. Well, I'm super excited for this next segment because we are going to put everything we learned into practice and get some amazing tips on how to ensure that we don't just make another plain salad. Aren't we tired of just the spinach and the balsamic vinaigrette? So we have Karen Dawkins with us tonight to show us how to spice up that favorite as we think about nutrition and wellness. So I would love to give an overview of Karen's background. Karen, also known as Coach Karen, is a holistic health coach. She holds a master's degree in human services from Lincoln University and has devoted her life to teaching, motivating, and empowering women to live their best lives through spirituality, exercise, and nutrition. Karen believes for many of today's illnesses and diseases, there is a nutritional or spiritual solution. Coach Karen has been in the fitness industry on many levels for a decade. She is certified in sports nutrition, personal training, relaxation, meditation, and stress reduction techniques. She is certified to teach basic life support, BLS, first aid, and CPR. Karen is a group fitness instructor and currently teaches the following classes, both virtually and in person: yoga, Pilates, and strength training for women of all ages, to include her silver sneaker population. And so I pass it along to Karen Dawkins for the second half of our segment tonight.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you so much for asking me to do this part of the segment. Hello, everyone. Wow, we have a nice crowd here today. And thank you very much, Madam Cheryl, President. I just wanted to say hello to you. I also have some information for you. The question that you asked Helanah earlier. I like to speak with you one-on-one, and I do have some ideas. Helanah was amazing. That I wanted to tell her, I really especially liked how she talked about the mindful eating, and I like how she the colors of the rainbow, eating the colors of the rainbow. I love that. But we're here tonight. We're here to make some more interesting salads. What are the benefits of? Has anyone here ever done the salad jars before? Just out of curiosity. Yes, no, nobody? Oh, good. Okay, I see Arlene has, but most of you and Alice Holmes, she has. Good. Well, most of us, this will be a learning experience for us. So there are some benefits. What I do is I make my salad jars on Sunday for the week. They stay fresh. They will last you a good 5 days. It's amazing. You're going to be surprised. I usually make one per day. I'll do 5 at a time, and then every day I'll just grab one and eat and have it. They're easy to transport. If you're going to work, you can just grab it out of the refrigerator, take it to work, and you can eat it right out of the jar. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to make layers. We're going to do the salad jars, and we're gonna layer up. So does everyone have your ingredients already cut, cooked, whatever your ingredients are? We're gonna start layering now. So the first thing that we're going to put in our jars, I have 3 jars. I'm gonna do 3 right now. We're going to put the salad dressing in first. Hi, Paula. Yeah, so I've been sitting here, I haven't had anything to eat, and these vegetables are smelling so good around me. So I just need to know that you guys, would it be a problem to unmute? I would like to hear what people are doing and if they have any questions. Let it be interactive.
All right.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm gonna do 3 jars. So the first ingredient is going to be the salad dressing. Pardon me?
How much?
Well, you want to just think about how much dressing you'll need in your salad. What you're going to do is at the end, or when you get ready to eat it, you're going to turn the jar upside down to coat your vegetables or to coat everything. So put enough in there that you think you can eyeball it. Cover the bottom of it, maybe 1/4 inch, maybe. I usually like to make my own dressing, but I didn't have time to do that today.
I'm hungry.
Huh? Somebody's hungry?
Yeah, Sister Cynthia, I have these vegetables chopped up over here, and I'm like ready to get to the end. I don't know if these want to make it 5 days out.
I know what you mean. Mine are smelling so good. I'm hungry too, Cynthia. All right, so we have the dressing. I don't want to leave anyone behind. So we're going to move on to layer 2. Layer 2, everybody, there are several vegetables that go in next. We have, if you have tomatoes, if you have cucumbers, if you have red onion, if you have asparagus, celery, peppers, or carrots, they will go in next. So you can start layering those. I have cherry tomatoes. It's gonna go in next.
Should avocados be in this layer, or should they be in a different layer?
The avocado is going to be in the next layer.
Okay.
It'll go into the next layer. Okay. So that was tomatoes. I have cucumber. I have peppers. I like hearty salads. I'm going to throw some peppers in here and some celery. I hope I'm not leaving.
Question. I
Yeah.
have a question. Can broccoli go in at this point, or we have to do broccoli at another time?
The broccoli is going to go in on the next go.
Okay,
It's
thank you.
going in on the next layer.
Okay.
There's a system to the layers so that they won't get soggy and to keep everything fresh. All right. So I'm going to move on to layer number 3. This is where your mushrooms, your zucchini, your beans, your lentils, your peas, your corn, your broccoli. How's everybody doing? It's so quiet over there.
I'm focusing.
They really look nice and colorful too when you're done.
Karen, someone is asking if you could show your jar a little bit.
Oh, sure. That's one of them.
Oh, yeah. I'm using red pepper too.
Oh, are you? I like the
Can you
color.
do it again? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It smells so good. I cannot.
Looks good.
wait. Let me see somebody else's. I want to see yours. I'm about to add some broccoli in here. Oh yeah, Janice, that's nice.
I don't have all the ingredients that I wanted, but make do with what I have.
Yours is colorful.
Mm-hmm. Janice, do you have chickpeas in yours or no? Maybe I made that up.
Well, I would if I had some, which I may definitely use some chickpeas. I put some corn.
Oh, you put corn in yours. Corn makes it, it's so beautiful in these. A layer of corn. I don't have any corn today.
I grilled my corn.
Can you try that?
So,
I'm gonna need it.
let me see it. Do you have your corn in it yet?
You see it?
Oh yeah, I love that jar.
Oh, me
Thank
too.
you. The Dollar Tree. That's all they had.
Wow, that's a nice looking jar. I have just the regular jars here. All right, so if is there anyone, are we all together? The next layer would be your boiled eggs and your cheese.
Oh shoot.
If you have boiled eggs, if you're using cheese, That's going to be your next layer. Mine is getting full. This was such a lovely last event. I don't believe it. It's the last one for the season. Oh, we still have ingredients and I'm almost out of space. Okay. So after, oh, I didn't put my blue cheese in here. So next, I don't have anything in the next layer. So I'm gonna sprinkle my blue cheese on. The next layer, it's layer 5. There are a total of 6 layers. Layer 5, you have your rice, your pasta, your quinoa, and your couscous.
Karen, can we put fruit as well?
You sure can.
Okay, thank you.
You can use fruit. In fact, I have some pineapple that I
What
want.
layer is that?
That's gonna be, the pineapple will be your next layer. And try to save some room. Don't do like I did, because the last layer is going to be your greens, your nuts, your fruit, your lettuce, spinach. I also have some cilantro I'm adding to mine. I just love
Karen,
cilantro.
what layer is the meat or the protein? Is that where we put the beans? Will we use
Yes.
then our tuna or chicken if we have it?
Yes, you can put your beans, your meat. Thanks, that's a good question. If you're using meat, you can put that on layer layer 3, or you can also top it off at the top. You can put it right on top of your greens. One thing about the jars, the mason jars, is you'll be surprised. They're airtight, and when you take that salad out on Thursday or Friday after making it on Sunday, it is still fresh. Your greens are still crisp. And it's very good. I love the convenience. I don't know how many of you will be going back to work, going back to the office, or how many are in the office already, but you can have a nice, healthy lunch with you every day. They're fun to make too. They're a lot of fun. They're easy. They're easy to do, and they're fun. You can get the kids involved. They would love doing this too. All right, and you know, I'm gonna add some raisins to the top of mine because I want the sweetness. The pineapple I have is not that sweet this time. All right. So where are we? How are we doing? Leslie, how are you doing? I see you moving around. You're done?
No, not quite, but
Okay. Oh yeah, you're coming along. You know, you can do a fruit salad with nothing but fruit. That
the
would
jar
be
as well?
nice. Just fruit. I do recommend you use fresh fruit for that. Danielle, how are things going? I don't see you, but I know you're there. Paula, are you making them? Are you making a salad?
No, I'm watching for now.
Oh, you're just watching. Okay.
Taking it all in. Yes. I didn't have my stuff ready for tonight, so.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you want to make some together.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Kim. Kim, Sora, Kim Body, and Sora Arlene.
Hi, Sora Karen. How are you?
I'm well,
Karen.
thank
You're doing a great job, Karen.
Oh, thank you, Sora Arlene.
Yeah, this is fabulous.
Are you guys, are you participating? Are you taking notes?
I'm actually taking notes.
Yeah, I'm taking notes also.
Okay.
Refresher notes.
And just so everyone knows, we will be sending out the helpful tips and guidance Karen has been providing for us tonight.
Oh, yeah. Great.
So you can compare your notes and the information in the follow-up email.
And I can actually beef that up. I have a couple recipes to make your own salad dressings too. So if you may want to send that out, Sora Ebony, as well. I'd like to see the jars.
Can we cover them now?
Oh yeah. They are looking good. Yeah. Put the top on. If you're done, you can put the top on them, put them on tight.
Oh,
That way they'll stay fresh. Oh yeah.
cute.
Deja, that is looking good. I love those jars. You like creamy salad dressings too, I see.
I do.
I tend to.
My daughter added sour cream on hers. I don't know about that one. This one is hers. No. So I need to mark it to make sure I don't touch hers.
Oh, okay. Well, also you can also do olives. How about some other ideas? What are some other ideas that we can throw in here? Some people have used asparagus. They chopped the asparagus up. I roasted some beets. I love beets in mine. And it turns a really, really nice red when you turn it upside down. But they're still in the oven. I didn't take them out this time, but I love beets.
Can you use the canned beets?
Yes, you can. So sure, you can. Why the cans? Just it's convenient.
Convenient.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at how quickly and how easy it is to roast them yourself. It's just nothing to it. You just put them in the oven for 40 minutes and they're done.
Okay.
Oh, how about frozen ones? The frozen ones may work. I've never had them, but yeah, the frozen ones may work. Christy, how are you doing? Uh-oh.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Let me take myself off of blur. Hold on.
We can see you.
You can.
We can see you.
Oh yeah, we can see you. Oh, nice. Oh, you've done two different kinds. I see you. All right. What kind of dressing is that on the red dressing?
It's my favorite. I've been eating the same dressing since I was 5, Catalina.
Oh.
And ranch, because I'm supposed to be an adult. But I've had a long week, so I'm going to go with the kid thing first, and then
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all.
my mason jar is too small, I think. So I think I wasn't prepared.
The first time I used a 32 ounce and it was huge. It was too much for one sitting. I think the 16 ounces are pretty good for a salad. I tend to go with the low carb dressings. So I go with the Caesar ranch, the creamy ones. So Cheryl, what do you have going on over there?
Nothing.
Madam President.
I just got back in town, so my refrigerator is empty. So I'm just taking notes.
Oh, okay.
But I look forward to it. I mean, it looks like it's nice and easy and something I can do, like you said, on Sunday for the whole week, which I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're actually fun to eat. So what you do is you take it right before you eat it, turn it upside down, get the dressing to go over your salads, over the vegetables, over, the fruit or whatever you're fixing it with, and eat. I've seen where some people take it after they've turned it upside down, they'll just pour it into a plate and they'll have it out of a plate. I like eating mine just from the jar. Any questions?
Awesome. Solange and Cheryl, can you show your jars? I want to see them.
I know, I want to see the jars. Lovely. What is that purple? Is that red onion? Okay. Color. One thing that's beautiful about the jars are see-through, and you see the colors, the layers. The corn is amazing. Janice, let me see yours with the corn. Mm-hmm.
Let's find some chickpeas, so I put that in there too. Get some protein. Since I don't have
a little bit of corn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lovely, nice. Tamaris? Sora Tamaris, how are you doing?
Oh no, I'm not part of the sorority. I'm just coming because it was open to the public.
Yeah.
And,
So
but yeah, my name is Tamaris Fleming, and I did make my jar, and I added some eggs, some honey mustard. I mean, not honey mustard, Dijon mustard, chicken, onions, and almonds.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. How many jars did you make?
I made 2. So this one has French, and then this one has the mustard.
Good. Very good. Oh, let's see some more. How about you, Leslie?
Okay, so the first one, I really like light Caesar dressing. So that's in here. We have peppers, some red and orange peppers, zucchini, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, corn, a boiled egg, is a celery, and then this is spring mix with spinach at the top.
Oh, yes.
And the other one is identical, didn't cover it yet, but this has olive and vinegar dressing.
Oh, that's good. Olive oil and vinegar. Yeah, that's really good. And sometimes I sprinkle a little lemon in there.
Yeah, sometimes I would do, when I eat salads, a lot of times I would use just lemon juice, like just squeeze a lemon as a dressing.
I've heard of that. How about you, Jamie? How are you doing over there?
Hi, I was not prepared. I am taking notes, but I am gonna go to Target, buy me a little mason jar, and I'm gonna make one.
Oh yeah, you'll like it. I think you'll like it. And it's fun doing it. Alicia.
I'm so happy you got my name correct. Everyone gets it wrong. But I have, oh, I'm sorry. I'm also not a part of sorority, but I just saw that this was an open event. But I have.
Glad you're joining us.
I'm sorry?
We're glad you're joining us.
Yes,
Thank you for having me. So I have some light Caesar dressing. I have some peppers. I love peppers. Some corn. I have, what do I have? I have some cucumbers, a little bit of broccoli, and some romaine lettuce. And then I have to have a little bit of bacon bites on top.
Get that protein on top.
Yes.
That's a lot of antioxidants. I see a lot of antioxidants in these salads. That's good stuff. Oh, I'm trying to see who else. Okay. Well, it looks like, how about Mary Hunter? What does did Mary make a jar tonight? Okay. All right, well, good. Well, I'd like to see everybody's jar at one time, just holding it up, showing your colors.
Yes, make sure
Your
your
healthy,
favorites are on.
beautiful salads.
They're from your birthday.
Oh, that was just last
So nice. It would be nice if we got a picture of this.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
So everyone smile, have those cameras on. And then if you could do us a favor and make sure that you take a selfie with your salad jar and send it to the email address in the group chat, that would be fantastic. We want to see to be able to promote, nutrition and wellness.
Can we get one more picture? Okay, everyone. Get your salad jars up.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Looking good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
If there are no questions, thank you all for coming to share this experience with us.
Well, I think throughout the salad jar making, there were a few questions that did pop up. So we have a few minutes for some questions. So feel free to come off of mute and ask Ms. Karen.
Do you mind reviewing the layers again?
Sure. So there are 6 layers. Layer 1 will be your favorite dressing, your salad dressing. Layer 2, that's where your tomatoes, cucumbers, red onion, asparagus, celery, peppers, and carrots.
Is broccoli included on that level, or is that the next level?
It's the next one. So that's just in case I'm going to do a recap. Level 2, tomatoes, cucumbers, red onion, asparagus, celery, peppers, and carrots. Level 3. This is where your mushrooms, zucchini, beans, lentils, peas, corn, and broccoli. Level 4, layer 4, that's where your boiled eggs and cheese. Someone have a question?
Did you say also on level 3 you could add your meat?
You can add your meat to level 3, yes. Layer 4, boiled eggs and cheese. Some people use feta cheese, some use Gouda, cheddar cheese, blue cheese. Layer 5, it's your rice, pasta, quinoa, couscous, And layer 6, that's where your greens, your lettuce, your spinach, arugula, your nuts. You can add some fruit here. And those are the layers. 16-ounce jars are recommended, but you can use larger if you like. And you can add other dressings. So you can add other vegetables, you can add fruit, or you can just make a fruit jar with nothing but fruit. You can have fun with it.
I have a question. Yes, is it better to use the wide mouth ones, the wide mouth mason jars, or any type would be suitable?
I would say any type would be suitable for it. As I said before, I like eating out of the jars, so it's just convenient for me. So I like the wider tops for that.
Yes.
But you can also take the salad and pour it in a bowl or pour it in a plate. And therefore, the smaller tops would work for that.
Oh, very
And
good.
with the wider tops also, it's easier to get your ingredients in there.
I have a question. So how long do the jars last in the refrigerator?
I have seen, for me, they have lasted 5 days, up to 5 days. On that 5th day, the salad is still fresh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another one.
Okay.
All right.
I like berries and I also like avocados, but avocados have a tendency to turn colors. Does this happen in the jar?
What I recommend you do is use lemon in your dressing. Lemon and lime has a way of keeping the avocado from turning.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for the thoughtful questions, and we'll be sure to share Ms. Karen Dawkins' information in the follow-up email. But we wanted to also have a few minutes for Dr. Christy Holden to share some information with us for the group.
Well, thank you all for joining us this evening. As you all know, Iota, Gamma, Omega, and IB Community Charities works with the community, and indeed in health and programming and in scholarship. We are glad you are able to join us tonight. As President Cheryl Owens shared, this is our last event for women's healthcare and wellness for our June programming. In July, we will learn about new programming, but we always have healthcare and wellness as one of our targets. So we look forward to September when we kick off again and learn some healthy living.
That's great.
Thank you.